Big Money Matt Hardy, not good at doing business. Sammy is dead to the Inner Circle. And Omega challenges Moxley to an exploding barbed wire match at Revolution. All that and more coming up on the Wrestle Story. Welcome back to the Wrestle Story. We discuss all things wrestling, the legends of the past, the superstars of the present, the trailblazers of the future. We stream every Monday after Raw, every Wednesday after AEW, and every Friday after SmackDown. How's it going, everybody? Johnny Lead, how you doing?
I don't know what that intro was, but whatever.
I don't know. What did you just say?
I said we were on the wrong screen. We started off on this screen when we weren't on the other one.
Well, that's stupid. That's because you had me switch to this screen.
I did.
So we didn't start out on a regular screen. So yeah.
My bad. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. Hey guys, what's up?
Not much.
Cool.
How you doing, John L? What did you think of the show? We did not watch NXT. I was going to try and watch NXT. There's no way I could watch NXT and AEW. And keep track of the 3-year-old. It's just not working, man. Not going to happen. So NXT needs to change their date, or AEW needs to change their date so we can watch them all.
Preferably NXT.
Yeah, preferably NXT.
You know, I have any issues.
How you doing, Jared?
But, you know.
Great to have you here.
Show. Yes. Let me share this tweet real quick. Sorry, guys. I just was kind of
sorry, you're just slower than a turtle.
Yeah, my apologies.
Yeah.
We are live.
NXT was amazing. How you doing, Scott? That's what I said. I'm going to have to start watching it again. I just wish they weren't on the same day. It makes it kind of tough to keep track of everything. I have trouble enough keeping track of what's going on AEW when you're chasing around a 3-year-old.
I'm going to sneeze.
Bless you. Thank you. At least you let me know that you were going to sneeze and shake the whole world.
AEW Dynamite is trending again.
I have a major issue with death matches. Not my style. Well, as long as somebody dies, it's okay. We're cool with that.
Why?
Because that's what the exploding barbed wire death match. It's the exploding barbed wire death match is what it is. Heading futuristic. So I'm going to be out for a bit because there's supposed to be a big ice storm heading our way in about maybe 4 hours, so I might have not have power. Futuristic, I know what you're saying, man. You know, you could be like down south where...
Wishing all the best to you.
Yeah. Hopefully you stay safe and don't have to worry about it. Did they say a death match on AEW? Yes, they did. Not only a death match, an exploding barbed wire death match.
I don't...
Kind of a spoiler. Both tag titles will be defended in 2 weeks. Cool. We're gonna have to check it out. I want to check it out, and I'm gonna have to start watching some NXT.
I saw the clip of the Dakota Shayna thing.
You too, Futuristic. You have an awesome night.
Okay, well, Nia was there too, and so was Raquel. But like the Dakota Shayna Nia Raquel thing, I saw that. I thought that was good. I caught that on Twitter. I saw the promo of that, and I thought that was well done. I still don't like Raquel, dude. I just don't like the way she speaks. I don't like her delivery. It's just, it makes me not like her. Anyways.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about her is that she's big, so that's...
Well, great, good. I also don't think that Dakota...
Cool.
I don't think Raquel is that great of a wrestler either.
Well, I think she needs some work, but I mean, that's just one of those things. I think that first off, I think that you have to use her the right way.
Yeah.
Know? And again, I'm going to have to go back and watch, because it's been several weeks since I've watched NXT. So maybe she's improved.
Maybe. Possibly.
Raquel's a star. See, Scott says she's a star. So there.
Cool.
That's all you need. Observing Stuff says, I don't like barbed wire.
I do. I love it.
In wrestling.
It's fabulous. Okay, well, it's not like I go, hanging out, messing with barbed wire all the time. It's not that I love watching other people get beat up with barbed wire. Or fake barbed wire,
Well, Observing Stuff apparently likes barbed wire any other time, just not in wrestling.
Barbed wire
He's got it it's like around his house and stuff, so he's got it like protecting everything. He has to like put his arm he's set up and like to get to the toaster, he has to stick his arm in between the barbed wire just so he doesn't get cut.
Barbed wire in matches is not needed. I disagree. I think it is.
I think it's okay. I'm cool with
I think it adds the next level of you're like here, thumbtacks, barbed wire.
Raquel is taller than Nia. Nia finally gets to fight someone that is also big. Nia said the B word twice. Barbed wire? She said barbed wire twice? That is nuts, man.
Dang. Anyways.
She needs to wash her mouth out right now.
So yeah, guys, should we,
Get into it. Let's go.
Should we get into Dynamite?
I have barbed wire on my house for safety.
Safety.
Well, I figured you did, since you just said you didn't like it in wrestling. I just thought maybe you had it set up, around your house just to protect everything.
So, guys, Dynamite. So we have, we started the show off with Matt Hardy and Adam Page. And they are fighting TH2. Your thoughts on this?
I thought this was cool. I kind of liked the way they did it. I think that the ending was cool. I mean, that was the whole point of this, was just to get to the ending. And I thought it was really good what they did here.
I mean, I think so too. That's why they had the match. But I'm still not sold on this whole big money Matt Hardy thing. I'm still not a fan. I'm just not. It's not. I'm not. But whatever. So Matt Hardy and Adam Page won the match. It was quick. It was 7 minutes, but it was relatively quick. And it was fine. It was a good match. So after the match was, like I said, the big part of it was Matt Hardy says that Page looks like $1 million and he'll be getting 30% of Page's money based upon the contract that he signed. And Hangman's like, look. Hey, so last week, right? Well, you had this contract. Well, some good friends of mine told me to always keep an extra set of papers in your jacket. So, while you weren't you didn't read the contract. You weren't paying attention. You didn't read the contract. So my legal team, the Jags lawyer, is going to come out and give you the contract so you can read it. So, the Jags mascot came out, brought the papers for Matt Hardy to read.
Yes.
Matt Hardy reads the papers and realizes that it's not a contract where Matt's going to get 30% of Adam Page's earnings or whatever. It's for a match at Revolution where if Matt loses, Adam Page gets 30, something earnings money from Matt.
Yes.
And if Matt wins, then he gets Adam Page's money or whatever. So they're gonna have they're gonna have
a match.
A big money match.
Yeah, I love the Matt Hardy character. I love what he's doing with it. This whole idea that he's a businessman and trying to make all the money he can. I think that's pretty cool. I like where they're going with this.
So after this, the Jaguar mascot did attacked Adam Page because it really wasn't, the mascot or whatever. It was Isaiah Cassidy, and he attacked Page. And then Dark Order made the save. I thought this was really cool. Dark Order, love them. They came out, made the save, and -1 was with them, and he was sort of calling the shots. He was like, "Go get him! It was cool. So.
Yes, it's great. I love what they're doing. It's the whole idea behind this, the tying the Dark Order into it. It's pretty cool what they're doing with this.
If all of
this is cool.
does not lead back to Adam Page joining the Dark Order in the end, I'm going to be severely disappointed.
Yes,
and
you
upset.
will be. Yeah.
It has to end.
Yeah.
With Adam Page joining the Dark Order. It has to.
Well, I think that's ultimately
it has to.
Or he's just gonna string them along and go, I still can't join you guys. I've been part of a team before and I just can't do it.
But I'm still gonna hang out with you and be best buddies.
Yeah.
They have to do something. I love them together.
Yes.
They're amazing.
By the way, hello Raymond, how you doing? Moxley and Omega already had one heck of a barbed wire match last year in no sanction. Yes, they did. Now they're gonna have an exploding barbed wire. According to JR, Kenny Omega is the WWE champion. JR needs to retire. Well, that's because Edge is invading AEW to check out the title there.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Now, you guys doubt me. I'm telling you what's happening. Edge is going to be going to AEW in a couple weeks.
Okay.
You will see him.
We'll go with that.
You heard it here first. I didn't see the juice effect. That was good. New women debuted on the name is Zoe Stark, and she's a badass. I'm gonna have to. Let's check it out. We're gonna have to check out NXT. See, the thing is now that it's not on the network, it kind of sucks because you can't go back and watch the replay.
Well, yeah, because we kind of can't go back and watch the replay.
Heard two senior citizens, Taz and Sting, had a tussle. Sting finally do something. Yes, he did. He actually did have.
He took a wicked powerbomb.
Yes, he took a wicked powerbomb. Sting got beat up for being an idiot. Yeah, but he also fought back, so it was cool. Matt Hardy's now a heel. Yeah, I would say Matt Hardy is a heel, John Elite. Definitely. They tell you about Scott. Taz and Sting, though, what is the year? 2021. It's not 1999. That's okay. They're cool. I like what they're doing with it. And Taz really didn't do a whole lot. It was more Brian Cage and Taz's kid that did the thing.
Yeah.
Wonder why they keep the Dark Order in Page's matches. It's got to end soon, like Maven said. Yeah, well, I think he's going to end up doing something with them, I think.
Well, I have no issue with it ending. Actually, I do have a big issue with it ending. I like to see Dark Order get involved with Adam Page, but it needs to end with Adam Page joining the Dark Order.
Yeah.
So then, really, it doesn't end. It just continues on forever. He's just, like, a part of the Dark Order.
Yeah.
That's my point. It has to happen.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, sorely disappointed.
Yeah, I would agree.
So, yeah.
Shannon and Nia confronted Dakota and Raquel, leading to their title match March 3rd. That's interesting. Like I said, we're going to have to check out NXT.
Yeah, I saw that video. Like I said earlier, I thought it was a really well-done segment.
Yeah. Mr. G looks like a 38-year-old high school gym teacher with those glasses. Well, thanks, Scott. I appreciate that.
Hey, at least you noticed that you have, like...
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't necessarily, like, say that you have, like, new glasses,
yeah.
But, like, Mr. G got new glasses. They're, like, red, and they're really cool.
He could say you look like a nerd or something like that. No. At least he said I look like a 38-year-old gym teacher. And, like, being specific.
Yeah, Sting attacked 3 guys who tricked him into dropping his bat twice. And Sting got beat up.
Yes.
Oh, man. We're going to talk about Sting in a minute. So, after that whole segment with Adam Page and Matt Hardy and stuff, we get the Inner Circle and the promo backstage, and Santana and Ortiz acknowledge that this is, like, their first title match, and they're, like, really mad about it. How this is their first title match is beyond me, but it is.
That's interesting, you know, because having not thought about, but then, you know, I think it's one of those things you don't do, for the most part, they don't do a lot of those. You know what I'm saying? There haven't been a lot of title matches.
No. Well, I feel like there have been, but there hasn't at the same time.
Yeah, there has been or there hasn't. Yeah, that makes sense.
But you know what I mean, though? Like, I feel like there's been enough. They haven't had, like, an abundance of tag team title matches, but I feel like they've had enough that I'm not sitting here going, oh, well, they're not defending the tag team titles.
Well, yeah, I agree. It's just that there haven't been a ton, so I think the spots are there, but it's like FTR was there for a while, so it's kind of...
well, because they were, like, building up storylines, and they weren't, like, doing these, like, tag team matches. They were really sticking to the whole, if you're the number 1 tag team, you're going to get the title match.
Yeah.
You know, type of a thing, which I can appreciate because then they have some sort of direction within it, and it's not all over the place like, we're just going to throw out this championship opportunity for this guy this one week and call it good. It's like, no, dude, like, that totally throws your whole, like, rankings thing out the window, and so they've been following the rankings.
Yeah. I like your lipstick. Well, thanks, John Nell. I appreciate that. I worked hard on it. It took me some time to get done, but, you know, it is what it is sometimes.
It's fabulous.
38, eh? Well then. Yes, Mrs. Gleen, I'm 38 now. Scott said so. Do y'all think Sammy G is taking time off until they get his face roll in order? I'm sure they've been working on it. Raymond, I think he would have been there tonight, but the weather kept him from showing up.
Yeah, there were a couple people that they said that, you know, had, you know, said that they, you know, couldn't get in with the weather and stuff, like Team Taz. Ricky Starks and Hobbs couldn't get to Florida.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Edge will use his Royal Rumble opportunity for the AEW title. Yes, that's what he's going to do, Johnny Lee. Kenny Omega will be in at WrestleMania.
And then maybe he can be like the WWE champion at some point, and maybe JR's whole WWE championship thing.
Yes. Kenny Omega versus Edge at WrestleMania for the AEW title. Hey, someone doesn't agree you look 38 because there's your token dislike.
Dang!
I love my token. It's probably because my makeup's not done quite right. Just guessing.
It's those new glasses.
Yeah, it could be the glasses too. maybe both.
It's those new glasses.
You know, it's probably a little bit of both, I'm guessing. And so, you know, you get the token dislike here and there, and
we appreciate it.
It is what it is.
Thanks.
We got 10 viewers and only 6 likes, man. Where's all the likes? Where's the love at?
Hit the thumbs up button if
Where was Sammy Guevara? He is stuck at home because of the ice storm.
Probably. I mean, I don't know for sure, but
the fact that he has no power also has probably played an issue in some of this.
Where did you see this information?
I didn't. I made that up.
Okay.
But he's from Texas, isn't he?
I don't know.
I think that's where he's from.
I don't know. You got me, dude.
I'll tell you.
I'm generally full of information, but I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. I'll look it up.
I don't know.
Keep talking.
So
go on.
MJF is then really mad about Sammy not apologizing, and Jericho's like, "Shut up! Shut up, okay? Shut up! This is your fault. This is your fault that Sammy is gone. There's a lot of fault on your part, Max. And it's also Sammy's fault." Sammy is dead to Chris Jericho. Big words. Harsh words.
Yes.
Sad words coming from Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Sammy is dead to Chris Jericho.
Yeah. Dead. No longer alive.
He's probably dead to the inner circle too.
Probably.
But I mean, Santana and Ortiz might still like him. They have no beef with him. You know, they've got no beef. Hey Maven, where's your MJF? I had it on. I did have it on. I, however, took it off because I thought it looked stupid. I do have it. I do have it.
Jabe says Texas is in bad shape. Their government is trash. With their only light company in the United States, that's why they got this problem. Well, because they aren't part of the United States grid. They're their own grid. Tonight was Sheeta's first match on AEW Dynamite in 11 months. Sad. I think the big issue, Scott, is they don't...
Sheeta wasn't on Dynamite.
Huh?
Sheeta wasn't on Dynamite? Rio. Yeah. So what Scott said Sheeta. I don't know. Sheeta wasn't on Dynamite.
Yeah, come on.
It was Rio. But I think the whole thing with Rio is that she wasn't around until recent.
I think she just got back.
So I don't necessarily know that that's anything that she had control of with COVID and everything. And if she wasn't in the States, then what is she supposed to do?
Yeah. Hey Maven, where's your MJF cardigan? You put it on.
I did put it on, but I thought it looked stupid with this sweater. Solely because it's kind of turtleneck.
You would think Jericho would tell his wife not to go to the Capitol building on January 6th. But is Sammy G feud going to be with MJF and Jericho at the same time, and then Ortiz and Santana breaks from Inner Circle? I see them breaking up after after the next pay-per-view. I could see them breaking up. I don't know if Santana and Ortiz will break off though right away.
Well, if Santana and Ortiz do, I think it'll be like, hey buddy, we love you, but like, we're just gonna take a step back. You know? It's not gonna be any like big like, oh, we're breaking up, thing. It's just they're just gonna like quietly walk away, nicely walk away.
Quietly,
nicely.
At least to start with, and then
I think it'd be easier because I feel like they would take Sammy's side. I'm taking this off.
Did everyone enjoy Young Rock?
I haven't watched it.
I have not watched it yet, James. I tried to watch it last night, and I was going to watch it on the Peacock app, or the Peacock app. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, an NBC thing.
Yeah, and I did not find it on there. Although I got an email today saying that it was added there, so I'll have to check and see that if it's actually on there.
Yeah.
Shaq is going to be a disaster in the ring.
I guess we will see. I'm going to talk about that in a minute.
Again, this is a TNT thing. I don't know that. I mean, AEW may have used him, but this is a TNT thing.
Yeah. More than anything.
Which is why they're not doing it at a pay-per-view.
Yeah. So, Monday on YouTube, we are getting Britt Baker versus Anna Jay in the women's tournament. We are getting Ty Conti versus Nyla Rose. Rio
Mitsuyama.
Okay. We'll go with that. Versus Aja Kong. Emi Sakura versus Yuka Sakazaki. Those are happening on...
quarterfinal matches for the women's #1 contender matches.
Okay, I just call them first round matches, but whatever. Okay, actually, the bottom 2 are not first round matches. The first 2 are. So that's what I call them. Anyways, moving on. We then have Riho versus Serena Deeb for the tournament. I thought this was a really good match, actually. The two of them worked well together. They're relatively the same size. It wasn't like this huge, Riho is the shrimp, and we're playing that whole angle. That wasn't what this was. Which was nice. Because I feel like everything she's done within the company has been sort of from the standpoint of, like, she's the super tiny person and the other person is way bigger than her. And she, like, has to, like, fight upwards the entire match and ultimately doesn't win.
Yeah.
This is more of a fair fight.
I agree. I thought this was a good match.
I like Serena Deeb. Like, she's a really good wrestler. And I feel like every time she goes into a match, it's like she has, like, a purpose. And, like, she's fighting for something, Well,
and this is where they need to put their women out there more, I think.
Yeah.
They just don't put the women out there enough.
Yeah.
You will see more Velvet and Jade wrestling than Cody and Shaq. It's basically Velvet's biggest match and Jade's debut in ring. Yeah, I agree. I think that you'll probably see those two. I think the whole Shaq thing is just because of TNT's, the contract that AEW has with TNT.
Yeah.
I think that's the only reason we see it. How do Volterra? Shaq was supposed to have a WrestleMania match with Big Show. Yes, I do remember that.
Show.
And then they decided they didn't want to do that.
So, yeah, Riho won. I'm fine with that. Cool. Either one of these women winning, I would have been fine with. Honestly. Yeah.
I thought Serena Deeb and Rio's match was outstanding tonight. Yeah, definitely a good match. So this is, again, I think that they need to showcase their women more often. Have more than just one match a night. Put them out there, have a match in the first hour, have a match in the second hour.
Yeah.
And I think they'd be good.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. So we then get a Jade and Shaq training video.
I thought I was watching
That's basketball.
Yeah, you're training for basketball apparently.
Well, they were shooting hoops.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
I thought I was watching a Bianca Belair video.
Nah. They're all like, yeah, Shaq and Jade are going to be wrestling. They're going to trick all of us, and it's really going to be like a basketball thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what this was.
The Viking Raiders.
Photo key. No, let's not do that. That'd be dumb. But I wouldn't be shocked if we went in that direction. So, yeah, they showed this, like, training video of them, like, playing b-ball. Great, good for them. We then had Orange Cassidy versus Luther. This was just, like, a filler match. It was, only, like, a minute or whatever. Just to keep Orange Cassidy out there, keep him relevant. And Luther, too, I suppose.
Yeah.
They've used
again, I think this is... I think it's probably more about... it's just a match to get out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I think that... And I don't have issues with these. These types of matches I don't have a problem with.
I don't have an issue with it either. I'm just saying. It was just like a... whatever match. It was just fine. It was just... I think it's just to keep Orange Cassidy relevant. Keep the whole Chuck Taylor Orange Cassidy thing out there. And then you had Luther. Which they've used Luther and Serpentico
these are the types of matches I'm cool with because you don't have a constant feud going on. It's something a little bit different, and you don't have the feud that people get tired of watching over and over every week. Hey, Glam family. Yes, we are glamorous, aren't we?
We
Jack?
are the
We are glamorous.
Glam.
Yeah.
That is us.
How you doing, Jack?
How you doing?
Big Swole. When's Big Swole coming back? I did not know him. Don't know. Jade hasn't got over with me. Well, Jonelle, I think it's going to take some time. I don't know that, with the stuff they've done, I don't know that they've done a whole lot with... They need to do more, like in-ring stuff. Mm-hmm. And I think that would probably help.
Yeah. I agree.
Plus, what they have written right now is just, one of those things. I don't know. I may be at Raymond James Stadium for WrestleMania. Cool, James. You can catch the COVID. Just kidding, James. I'm still waiting on Dynamite and TNT announcement about how they're going to use that extra hour they're getting. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Again, I think you'll see more women's matches.
Maybe. I don't know. His Tony said that he doesn't want to,
How you doing, Alan?
I don't know that he said that...
it's a whole yeah raid. Cool.
I feel like he said something about not wanting to put it on Dynamite and, making it, a separate show.
Well, and that's possible. Maybe that's what they end up doing. I mean, it's probably stuff they're still working out. We'll see. See what they do with it. Maybe making a whole new show.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting to see what they'll do with it. Mm-hmm. Impact has added an hour to their shows. They have a pre-show before their regular show, and they actually had a match on there last night on their pre-show.
I didn't know they had that.
Yes, it was on when I started watching it, and it was actually interesting. I mean, it was overall last night when I was watching Impact, I was impressed with it.
Neat. I didn't watch it because I was.
How you doing, Aunt?
Doing a video.
And it's us again. Danny, if you take over, it happens. It happens, man. We've been taken over before. Ant always just comes
Generally,
over.
we do the taking over.
Ant comes over and takes over everything. Tries to just, And it's been a while since we've seen him. So, haven't heard from him in a while. So, it's one of those things that I thought he was in hiding for a while.
Would you buy Cage and FTR together? Like Brian Cage?
I could. I mean,
No, I don't like it. I like FTR on their own.
I think it depends on how they make the storyline. I think if they made it a certain way, I think they could do that. Did you all hear about NXT Evolve? No.
Kinda.
I have not heard anything.
But also not.
So you've kind of heard something.
Yeah, kind of. I haven't seen that there are articles, but I haven't read any of them. Would make sense not to put the extra hour on Raw's third hour is frequently cited as an anchor around it. It helped kill Nitro 2.
Yeah.
It takes over everything. It's in my nature. I'm a controlling freak. Ask Dom. When's the next collaboration with Gimme a Hoya?
Do not know.
Don't know.
We'll see. It's somewhere down the road. Not in hiding. Ant just plugged his Wi-Fi into a tree. AEW can showcase more women for that third hour. I think there's a possibility they could do that. You might see the women use more.
And with
the thing about AEW, you don't see a lot of the same matches or the same storyline happening 17 times in the show. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I think AEW is a lot different from WWE right now.
It's probably why I find it more enjoyable.
Just because you don't see the same. I mean, you don't have a Cody segment 14 times during the show. Yeah. And I think that helps out a lot. Yeah. How you doing, Jake?
What's up?
A whole yeah raid. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So
only ants.dom is, where it's at. Give me a whole yeah is always, trying to take over our show.
Always?
Hey, dudes! It's dudes. Hit that like button. Like Ant.
And that's how we know it's Ant.
Yeah.
Because spelling.
Yeah.
Grammar.
It's Ant. We know it's Ant. Hit that like button, everybody. Because
yeah.
Boom.
It.
Yeah.
I don't. So this next segment we have is the Team Tats promo, and at this point in the show, our feed, the feed that we're watching, the voice got all weird, and it made everybody sound like they were on helium. And so for the rest of the show, it sounded like everybody was on helium.
JR and helium was pretty funny.
It was hilarious. So we get this promo from Taz, and he's like, Sting. I'm like, dude, this is great. Like, can we have Dynamite where everybody is on helium like the entire show, like every week? Because it was freaking hilarious. So Taz calls out Sting. Sting comes to the ring and drops his bat. Because Sting is all like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're gonna hit us with the bat? Really, dude? Make it a fair fight, right? So he throws the bat out and then proceeds to go after Brian Cage and then proceeds to get beat up by not only Brian Cage, but Taz's kid too. Taz's kid takes like a bat to the ribs, sold pretty well, and then Cage powerbombed Sting to end the segment. Sting took one heck of a powerbomb.
Yeah, definitely.
Chris Platt. And
then I love the overhead camera of him laying on the mat.
He's just looking up like, oh man, it was great. Okay, well, it was different. It was better than what they have been doing with the Sting stuff.
The funny thing is everybody's gonna go, we still haven't heard from Sting.
So yeah.
Mr. G and me with the glasses on tonight. Yes, I got some new glasses. You like those? You like my new glasses? What do you think? What do you think, Ant?
Got new glasses.
Wait, Jack, why do you want us to hit Anthony? Yeah, I think it has something to do with Anthony saying hit that like button.
Grammar. You need to put commas in there. Because if you don't, it's like Mrs. J always says, this one is like, with like, let's eat grandma.
Yeah.
You know, like, unless you have the comma there, everybody's like, let's eat grandma. Like, what?
Well, then you're the big bad wolf.
Oh, man. So, yeah, anyways, grammar not relevant. Sting sold his neck injury after the powerbomb.
He did. He was selling everything really good there. I thought it was pretty cool what he was doing.
Yeah.
The fact that he laid there, just kind of looked up at the camera as it was over the top of him. It was good.
I like that overhead camera.
Yeah.
So we then get an Eddie Kingston promo.
It'd be funny. Eating grandma would be funny. Jack, you're messed up, dude.
Or hitting ants.
Oh, that might be what he's talking about. Yeah. Everybody's wearing glasses tonight. Is it glass day or something? Yes, it is, Jake. It is wear your glasses. Maven didn't wear hers, so, you know.
I'm wearing glasses now.
Yeah,
those
are binoculars. That's not glasses.
Oh, whatever. So we then get an Eddie Kingston promo, and he says he needs to get rid of his 3 demons, which are Moxley, Phoenix, and Archer. So we then have Kenny Omega, who reads to children.
Yes.
He plans to read the Young Bucks book to the kids.
This is pretty good, I thought.
Go ahead, take it from here.
Oh, well, they're sitting there, and he shows them the book. And, like, one of the questions was, are they in love? Kenny goes, well, yeah, kind of. They're brothers. And I thought that was funny. And then he read the little excerpt from it, and it was about Jericho and... Was it Jericho and him? I don't even remember. It was Jericho. It wasn't even about the Young Bucks. And he goes, oh, time to go. And then as they're leaving, the kids go, oh, we want to play with you. And...
So they leave Nakazawa behind.
Yeah, so they're like... The kid walks up to... Don Callis and goes, hey, can you play with us? And he's like, no, I can't play with you. And so then they go, they said, well, can Kenny play with us? No, he can't play with you. We'll leave Nakazawa here for you to play with. We don't want to play with him.
So the kid kicked him in the shin, and then all of them started beating up on him. Except for the 2 kids who stood there and were like, why are we doing this? There were like 2 kids that just weren't into it at all.
Yeah.
You get the opportunity to beat somebody up, and they don't want to do it.
2 of them are sitting there going, this is stupid. Why am I doing this? Just dumb. Why am I doing this?
Oh, man.
I've been wearing glasses for 60 years. I've been wearing glasses now or contacts for going on 30 years.
I've been wearing glasses for 50 years.
Yeah, okay. Whatever. I think you look fine, Mr. G. Tasty, like a new McDonald's homemade chicken burger. Hot, like... Teak... Okay, and... You, throw this crap at us and... Smooth like an Isaac Hayes song. Clean like a bottle of shampoo. I don't know what tikka masala is.
Look it up.
I'm not looking that up. Ant wrote it.
It's some type of food.
Well, it might be. But I've looked stuff up that Ant told me to look up, and my eyes are still burning.
Going to even bother doing Elimination Chamber watch along. Keith Lee won't be at the Chamber pay-per-view. Why not? Why won't Keith be at the pay-per-view?
Yes, we will.
Yeah, we are going to do.
We will be.
We're going to do a show.
Yes.
Yeah. That'll be fun. Well, we'll be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know about the show, but, we're great.
Yeah. I've been wearing glasses for 24 years. Jack says Isaac Hayes' songs are smooth, not hot. That's why we hate you. That is funny. Maven, 50 years of glasses?
Yep.
Apparently.
50 years of glasses and contacts.
Yes. Thanks for sharing the show, James. I once had my eyes dilated in 4th grade, got home and freaked the heck out when I couldn't eat dinner, then showered and got it out of my eyes. Yeah, the dilating thing kind of messes things up. Don't Google it, please. Not with your daughter in the room. I told you I don't think... Ant throws stuff out there. It's like, oh, he kills me. I'm a massive fan of the chamber match. I think
when it doesn't suck, yeah.
Since when did Dakota dye her hair? Since the other day. The other day was the first time she dyed her hair.
Well, no, it's like hot pink now. Okay, it's sort of purpley pink. It looks cool. I think she did it a while ago. Her hair's been like that for a bit.
I don't know because I haven't watched NXT in a while.
But I haven't even watched NXT and I know that her hair was pink.
Well, you probably see her on Instagram or
I think it was pink at the last pay-per-view.
Yeah. We're getting a lot of rain tomorrow all day. I'm stuck in the house all day tomorrow. James, it could be freezing rain, so it could be worse.
So, we then have the Young Bucks versus Santana and Ortiz, and this was a good match. I enjoyed this. This was fun. Sorry, I sounded really enthusiastic about it, but I'm being dead serious. It was a really good match.
The Santana and Ortiz and the Young Bucks, that match was outstanding.
It was really good. The two of them worked really, really well together.
Just the way the match went, I just thought it was really good. This was another good match. I like kind of what they've done with this. I thought they were going to have the Young Bucks lose.
So did I.
Because I think Matt...
So did a lot of people.
Matt is going to leave... I think he's going to have surgery on his leg. So, yeah.
So...
she dyed her hair, or she eyed her hair, one of the two. 2 months ago or something. Yeah, it's been a while. Because I remember seeing her.
With pink hair.
Tikka masala is a British variant on an Indian dish.
Told you.
In the 60s, someone in Birmingham asked for a creamy curry. The chef took a tin of tomato soup and mixed it with Indian spices. There you go.
Told you it was food.
Oh, well, that's all it takes, huh? It's just
told you.
Tomato soup and some Indian spices. That's cool.
I knew what it was.
So it's got some spiciness to it then.
The only person that needed to be enlightened here was Mr. G.
I figured that's what it was.
Really?
I just didn't know what it was.
Really? You figured that's what it was?
Yeah.
He figured that's what it was.
I suspected that's what it was.
I have watched enough cooking shows in my lifetime that I've picked up a couple of things.
2.
Like how not to burn toast.
She picked up 2 things.
And how to make spaghetti.
The
Young Bucks won the match, and that was fun.
Yeah. She did make supper tonight again.
I did. I made tacos and Spanish rice.
Yes.
It was very good.
It was very good.
So the Young Bucks won.
Yes. Shocking. Like I said, I was shocked by it. I thought that this might have been where we get the title change, just because I think the Young Bucks are... just because the Young Bucks are going to be moving, I think they're going to take some time off. At least one of them is.
Yeah.
Is anyone besides me getting tired of the Callis and Good Brothers Superior and Dynamite? I know I am, because they're dragging stuff out. Unless there's a true merger, I don't watch Impact anymore. Raymond, I watched Impact last night, and I thought it was really good, I thought. I watched it when Omega went over there. I watched that episode, and then I watched the next episode after that. And I felt the episode after the Omega show was kind of but I thought last night's was really good. I thought last night's Impact show was really good. We had the New Japan wrestler show up on Impact last night.
Yeah.
Again, I thought it was a good show, and I like what they're doing with this. I like the whole. I hope this leads to like a big pay-per-view and maybe a 2 or 3 night deal where you have all of the where they have all of, like, you know, all the stars from the different organizations showing up at a big pay-per-view over, you know, a 2 or 3 night deal.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I have no issue with the Good Brothers showing up on the show. Callis just annoys me. So.
Again, I think the whole idea is for him to annoy you. I think that's the idea, is him to annoy you. That's the point.
But I feel like the whole point of it is, like, okay, yeah, sure. But, like, I feel like, again, it's the whole thing of, like, he talks way too much and, like, just needs to just shut up. And that's what annoys me.
Okay, but the
and I feel like it just, and I think that I get it. That's the whole point or whatever.
Yes.
That's
what a good heel manager does.
Kenny never speaks, and that's also quite annoying.
A good heel manager does.
Because he's just rude. And that's fine. But like I said, I don't really care for him.
I feel that's what a good heel manager does. I thought it was good. You know?
Yeah.
Tiki Excellent. It's a taste sensation. Is it like spicy? Like really spicy?
How the heck did Ant spell chicken?
Ant, no one knows. It's Ant.
Chicken.
Chicken, of course, and cream. It's evolved now, but that's the origin. Cool. It'll be freezing rain, but I live on the south side of North Carolina. The freezing rain will be north near Roxborough and Raleigh, up that way. Well, that's good. You just hope it doesn't drop a little bit.
How not to burn toast.
Use a toaster.
Thank you, Jack.
Nice wrong spelling of Dynamite is trending again.
Every freaking week! Every week. So I have to tag that stupid tag in my tweet when I put it out, because it's the trending one. I also spelled Dynamite properly.
So do you think it's probably a done on purpose?
No. I think people are just stupid.
Well, if you get someone to like...
Dynamite.
I'm thinking about doing it. Because people will tweet everything I say about it. Oh, but what an idiot. He just put Dynamite. You know? I watched Impact just to see reaction to me. Impact is not watching. I thought it was good, Scott. I thought Impact was good. I thought it was a really good show last night. Tommy Dreamer is not going to be wrestling for a while now.
I thought he retired or something.
Well, I think he was going to, and I think a lot of it has to do, and I watched him today. He said that a lot of it has to do with, you go from wrestling, as he's gotten older, wrestling every night, he never hurt.
Yeah. Because
there was really no time to, think about hurting.
Yeah.
Now doing shows once a week, he said it's tougher because, you have the whole week to, your body just doesn't adapt.
Yeah.
And so, he said he's going to take some time off and wait and see if this COVID thing goes away. And then see where it goes.
Yeah.
Good Brothers attack Dean Ambrose. Oh no, LOL. It's all being set up, Scott. They are going to. The whole idea, I think, is to have all of these organizations together. And I saw somewhere where the Great Muta is probably going to be showing up in Impact sometime in the next 3 or 4 weeks. And he's in Noah in Japan wrestling. So I want a wrestling crossover like Avengers Endgame. Yes. And I don't know if you saw it, but Cody Rhodes threw out the possibility of working with WWE.
Well, he said that he would always be open to working with WWE. There's no reason why they couldn't work with WWE. Tony Khan has said the same thing. The only person who would have an issue with it is Vince.
Yes. One of the Jacksons has to have surgery from his ankle injury a while back. I'm like, I thought this was where the Bucks lose. He could have surgery. Yeah, that's what I thought, Raymond. And I'm wondering if they're not going to wait till the pay-per-view and have him lose there.
They're not losing to Jericho and MJF. And then
I think it's perfect to have it do that.
No, but it really isn't.
It is.
No.
Because that's how you're going to get Ortega and...
Ortega.
Ortiz and Santana to leave...
No, it's not, because you already have the tension between MJF and Jericho right now, where Jericho's like, dude, shut up. Like, okay, it's your fault that Sammy left the Inner Circle. Yes, it's Sammy's fault, but it's your fault, too. There's already some tension there between the two of them.
There is.
They're not making it to the pay-per-view,
I think so.
No, they're not.
Kenny Omega is overrated. Well, you know what, Scott? I'm not a huge Omega fan just because I don't like some of the stuff. I think he's, like, the stuff he does is too choreographed and too, like, fake. But the guy is big in Japan. And he's obviously got a following over here.
Mr. G potting my
Scott!
Ortega. Oh, man.
Don't ever bring that up again.
That was really funny.
No, I didn't say Ortega.
Yes, he did. Ortega.
Go back and watch the tape.
Ortega. Ortiz.
Same thing.
Ortega.
They both start with Or.
Oh, man.
Why is Tommy Dreamer even wrestling? Bring back Raven. Quote, the Raven nevermore. I think he's wrestling just because he can. I mean, I think the big thing is like he said, is overall he's felt that he can still go out and do stuff. And he said that Pride and Powerful, or Powerful and Pride, or whatever they're called.
Proud and Powerful?
Yeah, whatever they are. What are they?
Man.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Proud and Powerful? They don't ever call them by their tag team name.
Because they probably dropped it because it sounds stupid.
It's always Santana and Ortega.
Ortiz. Oh, man.
Tommy Dreamer, no surrender with his final match? Yes, possibly. Okay, I'm like the Ortega thing, okay. Unfortunately, I think WWE's last crossover was AAA and NWA in 1997. They're far, far from doing another. Yes, Jack, I agree. But they did, AEW did leave the possibility of it happening, outlet to put it out there. Omega is V-Trigger, 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 V-Trigger. Yes. I'm not an Omega fan either. He wrestled a blow-up doll, and Kid, he is okay. He's not bad, not great, just okay. I agree. I mean, I probably like him now more with what he's doing than what he was doing prior to the heel turn.
I'm still not a huge fan, but I don't hate him.
But at least now I can sit here and go, you know what? I hate the guy, and I have a reason to hate him just because he's doing like being a jerk. Okay. If I'd seen Omega in Japan, I might disagree. I think he's overrated, especially right now with his heel manager Callis. You know what? I've watched some of his matches in New Japan, and he was amazing. Some of the stuff he did over there was amazing. There's a UFC fighter called Ortega. Is he in AEW now? Yes, Jake, he is. He wrestles with Ortiz. They're a tag team. I can't believe nobody knew that.
Stop it.
Omega is WWE champion. He is.
So after the match, the Inner Circle attacks the Young Bucks, and Don Callis doesn't let Kenny Omega go to the ring to save them. Brandon Cutler tries to make the save, but he's not successful, so the inner circle scatters when the Good Brothers come to the ring. So that was that. It was fine. It's fine way they ended. Like I said, the match was really good. I really enjoyed the match. They worked really well together. I think they had really good chemistry. I think Santana and Ortiz, and the Young Bucks.
I like the emphasis on Ortiz. Santana and Ortiz.
They
You don't like Ortega?
They work really
Everybody
well
else likes
together.
Ortega. Johnny Lee, well, that's a new cross species. Omega and Ortiz makes Ortega. Well, when they have a kid together, that's what they're going to call him. Ortega. Omega and Ortiz's kid is named Ortega.
So after we have a message from Brandy Rhodes, they do a gender reveal thing, and they're having a girl.
They're having a girl.
Cody and Brandy are having a girl.
Tommy Dreamer sacrificed his career for ECW, and Vince rewarded him by throwing him out with the trash. Yes, he did, but that's kind of what Vince did with the WCW wrestlers. Who would you like to see as a new AEW champion after Omega? Maddie, you know what?
I don't really have anybody lined up, honestly. Like, I'd be cool Adam Page.
Adam Page would be a cool one.
Because they still have that whole tie-in of
Yeah.
the Kenny and Adam story that they can do down the line. After they're done with this whole Matt Hardy, Adam Page thing. Like, they still have the opportunity to do that with Kenny. So I think Adam Page would be cool.
I think Adam Page would be a good one.
Just because they still have the story there built in.
Yeah.
Outside
Well,
of that,
and then-
I really don't know.
And then I like Adam Page.
Well, that too. Yeah, I think Adam Page is great.
I just, with the stuff he's done, I can see, I like what he's doing. Page to beat Omega for the belt. I agree, Jake. I think that's what's going to happen. Are y'all doing Elimination Chamber predictions? James, we will on Friday. So you'll have to come back Friday to hear our predictions. I see Bucks and Good Brothers coming to a face-off soon. That's the only reason I see that them dragging this out long. Because they have things in the works. I agree, Raymond. I think that you're going to see something along those lines as the Young Bucks and the Good Brothers doing something. And maybe the Good Brothers take the titles. Maybe it's a title for title. And maybe it's the Good Brothers that end up taking the titles off of the Young Bucks before they have Matt go take a break.
Maybe.
Breaking news, Kyle O'Reilly had a seizure after NXT tonight. I hope he's all right. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Do you all see Mox taking a belt back in an exploding barbed wire match?
No.
Ortega. No. I don't see Mox taking the title back, no. If anything, I see.
In fact, I think it'd be a mistake to put the title back on him.
I think there'll be interference that ends up costing Mox the match. Just because that's what heels do. Really good heels. They have help. So the Good Brothers, I think, will help out. I would not be shocked if we don't see some other New Japan wrestlers at that point involved in storylines somehow.
So, we then have the Face of the Revolution ladder match announced for AEW Revolution. Penta, Scorpio Sky, and Cody are all announced as competitors, and the winner will get a shot at the TNT title.
So Cody's not winning.
So, yeah, cool. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see who else they'll put into it.
Well, it's a match. It means something.
Yeah. We then have FTR versus Matt and Mike Sydal.
Yes. The Sydal brothers.
Matt and Mike look very similar.
Yes.
Mike is like sort
Crazy.
of. He looks
They're
sort
brothers.
of. Yeah.
What a concept, huh? They look alike. Well, okay.
No, but they look like.
Yeah.
They're like. They look definitely like
Yeah.
legit. Anyways. So yeah, FTR won, and that's fine. And then after the match, Doc Samson came in to, like check on Mike or whatever, and FTR grabbed the scissors from his bag
And stabbed him.
and then was gonna cut off Mike's hair. The lights then went out and Jurassic Express came out, and then Jurassic Express totally, dude, this killed me though. Solely because you have tall guy, super tall guy, Marco Stunt. And it was just the whole, like, picture of the two tall dudes, the other two tall dudes, and then Shrimpy Marco stunt. It really made me laugh.
Yeah.
Like, it was hilarious. They beat up FTR and cleared the ring.
Yes.
That was cool. The only thing that would have made this better is if we got to hear Jungle Boy's theme song.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Yeah, definitely.
His theme song is so good. It's so catchy. And after you hear it once, it's stuck in your head for the next week.
Yeah. AAA, NWA, and Impact all love Tony Khan's money. Never say never. Raymond, the other thing is Ring of Honor could be getting involved in this action too. As Private Party called out Gresham and Jay Lethal. So we'll see if Ring of Honor gets involved with this somehow, some way. And then you just have pretty much all of the second tier behind WWE, all the second tier factions involved with AEW and what's going on with those. AEW doesn't need any more tag teams. They have the best in the wrestling worldwide. I agree, Raymond. They do. I do like what they're doing with the Good Brothers, though. Some of the stuff they're doing with that. I think it makes it really good. So I could handle seeing more things like that. God help us all here in North Carolina now. They're saying there will be flooding. With some of the ice and stuff, it's going to happen. I don't know if you saw it, like Tennessee, there was a guy out ice skating on a pond. That's
where that was?
I think so.
And dude fell in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like half of the pond was cold enough that you could skate on without falling through.
The other half not so much.
The other half not so much, and he was skating along, and he's like got to the point where he couldn't stay on top, and he went down in.
I saw that.
And the dork was just wearing like his underwear.
Ah, man. So FTR won. Next week we're getting Hangman Page versus Isaiah Cassidy. We're getting the semifinal matches in the women's title eliminator. We're getting Ricky Starks and Brian Cage versus the Varsity Blondes. We're getting Jake Hager versus Brandon Cutler. And we are getting FTR and Tully Blanchard versus Jurassic Express. They said, folks, you think Sting is old? Guess what? We're up in the age. Tully Blanchard. Actually, I don't know how old Tully Blanchard is.
Well,
I don't know how much older than Sting
let's look it up.
is. Oh, man. So
Sting's like 60, right?
Yeah, so yeah.
Yep.
Tully Blanchard is older, so they were like, we're going to up the age. So Tully Blanchard is wrestling next week?
Tully Blanchard's 67.
Wow. I am excited to see that. Like, legit, though. Like, I'm curious to see what they do with it.
Yeah.
So...
James, we've already had the mess. We don't want it anymore. It's about time the South got it.
So yeah. Tully Blanchard.
Tully Blanchard. Can't wait till he gets in the ring with Marco Stunt.
It's going to be great, though.
Yeah, it will be.
Slap to the face and he'll be out.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Fine by me. So we then have a Moxley promo, and at first he's, like, talking about Kenta and how he's going to, like, beat him or whatever, and then he's talking about Kenny and how he's going to beat him. We then get the main event, the Lance Archer, Phoenix, and John Moxley versus Eddie Kingston, Butcher, and Blade. This was fine. No, I mean, I'm not, like, a huge fan of it, but it's fine. Kingston hit Moxley with the spinning back fist, and Moxley hit the paradigm shift and got the win.
Again, the thing is this is a match that there's a storyline to it, but it's not like a storyline that's out there, if that makes sense.
See, I disagree. I feel like we've seen a lot of this combination of this in some capacity.
Archer, Phoenix, and Moxley?
Yes. I feel like we've seen them with the whole Kingston Butcher Blade thing in some capacity.
But that's
feel
what I'm
like
saying. There's a storyline to this, so there's a back.
I know, but what I'm saying is I feel like we've seen a couple of those matches already, and I'm just like, it's not something I'm necessarily looking forward to seeing again. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll have to check, but I think this is the first time we've seen like this particular combination.
Well, probably this particular combination, yeah, sure. But, like, we've had matches involving the 6 of them in some capacity, whether they're singles matches or not. They've been, like, doing this whole thing, like, together for the last couple of weeks. And I'm not the biggest fan of it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Are you guys going to... How you doing, Anthony? Are you guys going to change your mind about what I said in one of your streams a couple months ago, saying that AEW is possibly putting Moxley, Archer, and Death Triangle together? It is possible. I mean, you know, after watching AEW over the last couple months, they've tied a lot of history and a lot of storylines from the past into some of the stuff they're doing now. So I would say anything is possible with AEW. And now that they've started to interact with other organizations, and like they've actually went to other organizations, and other organizations have now come to them, and now we're starting to see impact with New Japan Wrestling. As I stated earlier, there's rumors that the Great Muta, who is in Noah, the other Japanese, the other main organization in Japan, there's rumors that he's going to show up on Impact sometime in the next 3 or 4 weeks. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that anything is possible, I'd say.
Personally, I still don't see them putting them together.
I mean, anything can happen.
I don't think they should. Because I think Death Triangle's fine the way they are. I think Archer is fine the way he is. And I think Moxley is fine the way he is. I don't think we need to just randomly throw them all together.
I don't know. It's tough to see. They have more light crews coming from the Midwest and surrounding areas to help. That's right, James, because the Midwest is where we know how to handle ice and stuff. Unlike in Texas, where they have no clue. And the rest of the South.
So, post-match, we have the Good Brothers, who come out and beat down Moxley, and Omega follows, and he explains that he received his late Valentine from Tony Khan. Moxley has a rematch clause, and Omega will give him the rematch at Revolution, and he says he gets to pick the match, so it will be an exploding barbed wire death match.
Yes. So Anthony's asking you, Maven, as a wrestling fan, do you find it hypocritical when fans criticize WWE for having incoherent storylines, but they don't criticize AEW for doing the same thing?
Sure.
And Jack says, ice, ice, baby. Dun, 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 dun.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I suppose it's hypocritical, yeah. I mean, but there are people that are going to kiss, you know, WWE's butt, and there's people that are going to kiss
I think the problem,
here's and if you're so far one-sided than the other, then you're going to have people that are, you know, I'm a WWE mark. I'm an AEW mark. And so you kind of have those people that, you know,
that's kind of what I was
pick
going to
sides.
say. The problem is you have some people out there that are so WWE that no matter what AEW does, they're going to hate it. And then you're going to have the AEW fans where no matter what WWE does, they're going to hate that.
Yeah.
So, one of my top Tony Khan theories is that he's planning a kind of neo-NWA with indie organizations instead of regionals. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen here, Raymond. I think you're going to see... you're going to see a lot of crossover stuff, which is interesting. Like I said, I'd like to see him do one big pay-per-view where they have all the organizations together and everybody comes together for their big matches at one place for like the weekend. Jack says, got my first Valentine's card ever this year. I'm 32. I'd hope that's not too late. Jack, you never got any when you were a kid in school? Yeah. 67 is young. Can you guess my age? Raymond, I'm going to say 68. The damn news is going to be on all day. I am going to miss my soaps. I'm sorry, James. I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. Go watch some reruns. Voltaire, it's like the SmackDown versus Raw fans at the beginning of the brand split in 2016. Yeah, I agree. Because people just kind of, for whatever reason, gravitate to one and don't like all of it. Where I think if they'd like all of it, or at least not rip on the stuff that they don't like, then it would be okay. I know on here we're not always, we'll rip on stuff, but we'll do it if it's AEW that's messing up, if it's WWE that's messing up, we'll tell you our opinion and what we think.
Yeah.
Not one in school. No. I think because I had then undiagnosed autism. That's possible, Jack.
Go ahead.
I'm starting to get worried. It seems like AEW is going to start monopolizing. AEW is going to start monopolizing independent promotions like WWE has been doing the past few years. Doesn't that scare you guys, Mr. G? I don't think that'll happen because I don't think that's the whole idea behind Tony Khan. I think
I don't look at it as
to,
a situation of he's monopolizing the independent promotions. I think it's they're all trying to help each other out in the situation that is today. You know, like everybody's having a tough time with COVID and everything and not getting their stuff across. And so why not work together to just send more people back to your show, send people to your show, send people to your show, you know? Like, just, it's all helping everybody out.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think that it's more about helping one another out. And so it doesn't, it's allowing some of those other organizations, I think, to thrive.
Yeah.
If they get involved with Ring of Honor, I think they'll get a little boost in people watching, especially if they do, if they figure out some good storylines. Now, New Japan, I watched Impact yesterday, and I thought Impact was really good yesterday. I'm going to watch it again next week, just because I felt that last night's was good. So I'll probably watch it again next week, and probably I'll do another stream along with it next week because I thought it was good. So I think it's more about helping out to some of these other organizations. I don't think Tony Khan wants to take over anything. Now I'm not saying he wouldn't buy them. If they said, hey, here, this is for sale, would you like to buy it? I'm not saying he wouldn't say, okay, yeah, I'll buy it from you. In fact, all we're getting is the damn Rambo need for it. I just call myself a wrestling fan. I don't take sides, even though there's some I like more than others. Yeah, I mean, that's just it. I mean, if you're going to watch the wrestling, enjoy it. We kind of stopped watching NXT just because we felt it wasn't doing a good thing. And so I think that us being able to, first off, it's helped us focus on one thing and not be all over the place with things. But us being able to focus on one thing was good. I think it's focused on AEW is good. I'd like to see NXT go to another night. What I mean by, let's see, great show tonight, guys. Thanks, James. We appreciate that. And hey, stay safe. What I mean by monopolizing, WWE started buying out independent promotions before COVID happened, and I feel that AEW might start doing that with COVID finishes.
I don't think AEW has a need to buy out.
I don't think they will, Anthony. Here's what I'm going to say about this, and here's the reason I'm going to say this, because after watching, I watched John Huber's wife on what's the name of that podcast?
AEW Unrestricted.
Yeah, AEW Unrestricted. She was on there, and she talked about the whole thing leading up to Brody Lee's death and everything, and she talked about AEW being a family. And the thing she said was she was really concerned, like when the whole thing started, she was concerned that someone's going to say something about on the dirt, like she was going to read somewhere about his health going bad and everything was going to be, everything was going to it was going to get out. And so they told her like there were some managers, important people, that told her, we're a family here, and we'll take care of you. Mm-hmm. And she said, yeah, okay, I could have believed that because we've been in other companies where they said that and they didn't really mean it. And she said the one thing about AEW is when they say you're a family, they really mean it. They've kept everything quiet about the condition he was in. Nobody said anything about it. They supported her. They helped pay for her stays up at when she had to leave and go to, because I think she went to, I think it was Orlando, is where he got, where they put him in the Mayo Clinic. I think it was Orlando. So she had to have a place to stay, and AEW covered all that. They paid for all that. They took care of her, and she said that they are family. And the stuff they've done with Brody Lee, a lot of people have said, well, you're exploiting the kid. And she's like, no, we're not, because this is something I want to do, and it's something he wants to do. And if he said tomorrow that I don't want to do this, we'd stop doing it. Mm-hmm. And so the whole idea that they're allowing him to do this to help this family out, I think is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Casper told me something the other day, and he has a point, and I totally agree with him. He says that Adam Cole heel turn was the right thing to do because they did everything they could. They dominated NXT, fulfilled their prophecy, and won War Games. I mean, what else is there left for them to do? I would agree, John Elite. I mean, you could see it coming.
Yeah.
Unrestricted Mr. G, yes, that was it. NXT has to go to another night because USA and hockey nights. Yeah, now that they're changing some of that stuff up, so I could see NXT is going to have to go to another one, which I think helps out. I think it helps out. I think it'll help out NXT, and I think it's going to help out AEW. Mm-hmm. Just because of numbers. The reason y'all stop watching NXT is because you both are sellouts. No, James, we're not. We're not. We tried to watch both of them at one point in time, and it was hard to do.
Yes.
And so it was tough.
Difficult to do.
It was an EF3 tornado that hit Brunswick County yesterday. Yeah, there's some. Is that where the deaths were, James? Where was there 8 people that died and several injured?
So I'm seeing the stuff about Kyle O'Reilly, and he had, like Scott said a little bit ago, he had a seizure after NXT went off the air and stuff. So hopefully he's all right.
Yes, hopefully. Have you all signed up on Peacock yet? No, because I don't know what they're gonna do for our. I still have not seen anything about what they're going to do for our transfer over to Peacock. I don't know if we'll have to sign up on Peacock, or if they're just gonna automatically take us over and we'll be signed up for Peacock. So I don't know how they're going to do it, or when they're going to do it for sure. So no, to answer your question, Johnny, no, we haven't. I have been on Peacock and watched some of the stuff on there, the free stuff, but haven't signed up for it yet. Mr. G, did Sammy get released from his contract? Is that why they kicked him out of the Inner Circle, or they're setting up the Inner Circle breaking up altogether? They are setting up the Inner Circle breaking up altogether, I believe.
Yeah, Sammy didn't get released from his contract.
Sammy is not released from his contract.
No.
I think they're setting up a big. I think they're setting up a big thing with him. I think he's gonna get a push. Is what I think is gonna happen.
See, the whole thing is I don't know why everybody assumes that the Inner Circle is breaking up though. Just because Sammy leaves doesn't mean that
Well, because you see the issues between MJF and.
Okay, well they just kick MJF out. That doesn't mean the Inner Circle has to break up.
But then you have to look at Santana Ortiz, because Santana Ortiz is kind of they've kind of sided with MJF.
Have they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you been paying attention?
Yeah.
They've kind of sided with both Jericho and MJF.
Yeah. Well, they've sided more with him. I mean,
they've sided with Sammy too on certain things.
Well, but you'd think that they would just side with, okay, MJF's a jerk, we're not going to side with him at all.
Okay, whatever. I guess we'll see. But I don't know why everybody assumes the Inner Circle's breaking up.
From what I've read, those who already have an account with WWE Network will have their account moved to Peacock. Well, that's what I read too, but I don't know how they're going to do it for sure. I don't know if they're going to send me an email saying, hey, we're moving your account to Peacock. You just automatically slide over, which is cool, because now I'll get all the Peacock stuff. And Maven, of course, is going to be happy about that, because now she can watch The Office again. So, and not just be stuck watching the,
first season.
Yeah. Is it the first season that's free?
Second season 2, I think.
So, you got to watch them all now.
Yeah.
Here in about a month.
Yay. So, guys, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else.
Yep. I think that's pretty much it for the night.
Friday is Friday.
Friday, we will have our regular SmackDown recap. We will also be giving our predictions for the pay-per-view.
Elimination Elimination Chamber.
The Elimination Chamber, yes.
Which is this weekend.
So we will
Isn't
have our
it this
predictions.
weekend?
Huh?
Isn't it this weekend?
Yeah. I watched The Office on Netflix. Very good. Well, Jack,
The Office is fantabulous. They took it off the U.S. version of Netflix.
Yes, they took it off the U.S. version of Netflix.
Stupid.
Very stupid. We need to get a VPN. If we had a VPN, you could watch it.
Yeah. It's dumb.
Yeah.
I hate
VPN allows you to do things.
I hate when Netflix takes TV shows off.
Yeah. Mr. G, do you think the Ultraviolet Death match is going to get as violent as the matches you saw when Moxley was in CZW? Or because this is more than mainstream, I can get that violent? I would say it's probably not going to be as violent, but I don't know. I don't know how far they're willing to push it.
I guess we'll have to see.
It's I would say no, just because. But then it's a pay-per-view, so I mean it could be. But
the last time they did this on a pay-per-view, they got in trouble.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I got my predictions locked in for Elimination Chamber. John Elite, you can come share them with us on Friday. Since Mania is 2 nights, how are they going to do TakeOver? That's a good question. Very good question. I don't know. It's not on American Netflix. It's usually so great with choices galore. It's American Netflix. Yes. It is not on.
They took it off the American Netflix like Christmas.
Yes.
Like the beginning of the year.
Yes. So it's they took it off and right at the beginning of the year. So we would have to get the VPN, and then we could get all the Netflix. My kid's now watching. But the other three of my other kids are watching Funimation. Watching the manga stuff. Maybe when I find that The Office is overrated. It's not as funny as people say it is.
I find it's absolutely as funny as people say it is. I think it's hilarious. Highly entertaining.
Yes. Y'all don't take it to heart. I was only kidding when I said y'all are sauce. No, James, I took it to heart. It hit me right there. Right there, James. Like, it was like an arrow being shot at me. You took a shot at me, James. And now, I don't know what to think. My Netflix account just becomes an American one if I'm in America. That's interesting. I did not know that. So like if I travel somewhere, it like transfers over. Well, that's probably why a VPN works, because you don't have to re-sign into anything. It just picks up whatever country you're in. Hello everyone. Didn't watch wrestling. Power just came back on. Been off for 3 days. Well, Zandel, we're glad that it's back on and you are back with us. We appreciate that.
The first thing that he does when the power comes back on is
check us out.
Woo! We're really up there on the list. Go us.
Also, where is the Raw after Mania going to be, at Raymond James, or will they go back to Tropicana Field? Well, baseball's starting up, so I don't know how they're going to go back to Tropicana Field. So, I don't know. Pam is my favorite character. Jack, somehow I'm shocked by that. Jack, I just don't, like, I can't believe that Pam is your favorite character.
Dwight.
Yeah, Dwight's pretty good.
The best.
Mr. G, do you ever watch the syndicated shows on Netflix like NCIS or Criminal Minds? I have not watched much of Netflix.
No, Mr. G doesn't really watch Netflix. That's more so my expertise.
Yeah, I haven't watched a whole lot of Netflix.
It's my expertise, not his.
Yeah.
He doesn't watch much.
No. I watch older shows than that.
Right now I've been watching Amazon Prime a lot.
I watch the Dukes of Hazzard and Hogan's Heroes and...
Yeah, I've been watching old shows
like
on Amazon Prime recently. So.
Yep, if you travel and log in, you get the service from that. That is cool. Zandel, you're in Texas. Yes. Well, Zandel, I believe... Zandel, you are in Texas, right? There are apps that allow you to cheat your location, make the streams think you're in a country that can get the stream when you're not. Yes. I have used a VPN before. I don't have one right now. But we have used a VPN before where I was able to get... streams that I normally wouldn't have been able to get if I'd we were able to get Netflix from other countries. Roughly where are you at, Zando? Mr. G, if you have Amazon Prime, you should watch the old rerun shows of Magnum P.I. and MacGyver. Anthony, I'm way ahead of you. Those are some of the old shows I've watched. The replays of. Or the reruns. Magnum P.I., the old one, is like awesome. I don't think I've ever watched the new one. I haven't watched the new MacGyver either. But the Magnum P.I. and MacGyver were, when I was a kid, watching those was like, we'd sit down, my family and I'd sit down and watch those at night. OMG, Magnum P.I. is always on TV. I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Yeah, I thought you were somewhere around there. UNC Tar Heels absolutely suck this year. James, it happens, man. That's what happens when you go out and you get, like, all-star freshmen and then they go NBA after 1 year. Duke's kind of going through the same thing. So, Kentucky's going through the same thing. Eventually, those freshmen run into older upperclassmen that have been there for 4 years. And it's tough to beat those teams. Can't rely on freshmen all the time. The Cruella trailer just came out earlier today. That's interesting. Mr. G, what's your opinion on the original Hawaii Five-0? Did you ever watch it when you were a kid? Well, it was a little before my time, but I would watch the reruns with, like, my dad. So, yes, I have watched the old Hawaii Five-0 shows. And, again, I haven't watched the new one, so I can't compare it to the new one. But I like the old ones. Definitely like the old ones. I mean here at my house because Mr. G is an old-time TV freak. Yes, I am an old-time TV freak. That's what I love watching. The old stuff. But the old stuff is the good stuff. I feel a lot of stuff they have now is just not good. Magnum P.I. Scott Hall was in that, right? That was Tom Selleck. Tom Selleck looks a lot like Scott Hall. Hawaii Five-0 is a great show. Yes. Do you watch the new ones, James, or are you talking about the old ones? Because, like I said, I haven't watched the new ones. The old ones are the ones I watched. In fact, I watched one of them the other night. Because that's generally what I watch. I prefer to watch old TV shows, the reruns, because like I said, I just feel that a lot of the old shows are way better than the new stuff that comes out. Jack Lord, Hawaii Five-0. Yep.
Don't think I've ever seen Hawaii Five-0.
It was good. None of this new crap. No, the new crap it's not as good.
New television sucks.
Yeah. I love watching the A-Team.
The A-Team is really good.
There's another one. That's
A-Team
another good
really
one.
Good. Yeah.
Mr. G, who on the WWE main roster or AEW thing can pull off that Razor Ramon character? That's got a whole used to do in the Attitude Era. So who could pull off the Razor Ramon character? I think MJF could pull it off. I think he could do it. Just because I think there's a lot of stuff he could do. So,
Fun fact, Mrs. G here used to carry around A-Team novels with her at school and got teased for it. Well, that's not so great.
That's with her.
With her?
Yeah, you said with her.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Isn't the A-Team with Mr. T? Yes.
Words? I don't know.
My dad loves new Hawaii Five-0. It drives me insane. See, I haven't watched the new Hawaii Five-0, so I don't know what it's about. I haven't seen it. Seriously, guys, why don't you all take this mess coming to us tomorrow? James, I would like to, but I still have snow in my yard that has been here now for a long time.
It was still snowing this morning.
Yeah.
It was snowing the other day.
The fact that we had minus 40-degree temperatures was enough. I don't need any more, snow or crap weather. I like the George Lopez show. It's on Peacock, and I saw his live show once. Yeah, George Lopez is decent. Even some of those like newer old shows, if that makes sense.
What does that mean?
Well,
newer old shows.
Well, I would say into the 90s. There were some shows in the 90s that were good.
Go on. List. Name some shows.
Well, because I don't know exactly when...
Okay. He can't name any shows.
Well, because I don't know for sure when the crossovers came into the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Full House.
Full House is great.
Was okay.
Like sitcoms.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of sitcoms there. The correct answer, Maven, is that's sad, Mr. G. Very sad that you got teased for your love of the A-Team. It is sad that you got teased for your love of the A-Team because the A-Team was awesome. Shouldn't be getting teased for your love of the A-Team.
No, you shouldn't. That's not cool. Not at all. I don't endorse that.
Mr. G, has there been any other wrestler aside from MJF who has stayed in character outside of wrestling? Like recently, I would say no. At least not to the extent that he stays in character. In the past, like, you know, old-time wrestling, yes. Like, most of them would stay in character, you know, during the old time.
Let's see, what do we have here? You were talking about sitcoms in the 90s.
Climate change. Yes, James, climate change, definitely. Do you all know about climate change? James, it's so cold here, my brain stopped working, so I'm not sure about climate change. Yes, we know about climate change. It's bad. I mean, I think that's part of the issue we have going on. Mr. G, I'm not sure if you remember the show on MTV called Celebrity Deathmatch, the claymation wrestling show that they used to have. Anthony, what are you saying?
He's saying you're old.
I mean, are you trying to say that I'm, like, senile?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
That's what he's telling you.
Because, Anthony, I'm not. Okay?
Well, unfortunately, he believes you are.
I'm not.
So...
I do remember Celebrity Deathmatch.
He believes you are.
Anthony just took a shot at me there. Like, I don't know if you remember this. Like, you're such a dinosaur that you just forget things.
Yes. Sometimes you are.
Okay, I do forget things, but...
Sometimes.
I remember Celebrity Deathmatch.
I forget things, too.
Speaking of dinosaurs, Dinosaurs was another show in the 90s.
I
didn't watch it.
That.
Step by Step, Seinfeld.
I've never seen that.
Obviously, some of those were good. Growing Pains and Family Matters. The 70s Show, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. All good shows. All good shows.
Saved by the Bell.
Yeah,
Saved by
Perfect
the Bell
Strangers is another one I liked.
I've seen that a couple times.
King of Queens.
That's good.
Wings, another good one.
Hang with Mr. Cooper. I watched that at one point. It was on Hulu or something.
Jeez, I thought it was the groundhog that did it. No, I didn't think you were saying that. I'm just wondering if you remember that show, Mr. G. Yes, I do, Anthony. I do remember Celebrity Deathmatch. It was a decent show. That was, you know, MTV's kind of fell off the map just because they stopped showing videos.
Yeah.
The Land Before Time, too many of them, and it played too much.
Dude, we had like a lot of those on DVD.
Yes, we do.
Like a lot
of
those on DVD.
We do.
Mr. G naming off 90s shows. Yeah, and he's not even through the list yet.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Head of the Class. I like Head of the Class, too. Hanging with Mr. Cooper. That's another one.
What else?
Roseanne was a good one.
Watching that the other day.
Grace Under Fire is another good one.
I've never seen that.
Mad About You was another good one.
Never seen that. Everybody Loves Raymond.
Everybody Loves Raymond was a good one. Cheers was a good one. That was more in the 80s, though. Wings, ugh. That's always on my TV, too. Mr. G controls the remote. Yeah, see? Well, I'm going to see everyone later. Have a great night, everyone. Zendel, stay safe. Try and stay warm, okay?
Television
glad you have power back on.
Television is just so much better. Like old television.
Yes.
New television sucks.
Mr. G, I thought the Razor Ramon character was loosely based off of Al Pacino's character from Scarface, Tony Montana. I think so. I think that could be. I mean, I could see it. It makes sense. Oh, X-Files. Yes, X-Files is another good one.
I've never seen that.
Yes, definitely another good one. Wonder if they're going to show Starsky and Hutch on Peacock. James, is it already on there?
I don't even know what that is.
Starsky and Hutch, man.
Never heard of it.
I want to say it's already on there.
I don't know what that is. I was bullied at school for loving these shows
and wrestling. Well, Jack, I'm sorry, man. You shouldn't be bullied for things like that. If it's something you like, you should be good with it. People will just... MASH. MASH is awesome. I've probably seen every episode of MASH 98 times. I remember at night, watching MASH. It was really good. I like MASH. Everybody Hates Chris is on Peacock. Yeah, see, I really haven't watched that, so I haven't watched much of that. So that's probably one that I haven't watched a lot. So Everybody Hates Chris.
I've never seen it.
My mom used to call it Husky Starch. That's pretty funny. I got bullied for loving the A-team in ice hockey. See, which is stupid. Like, you know what? People like what they like. Don't just let them be.
Well, kids
Who
are
cares?
jerkwads.
Huh?
I said kids are jerkwads.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, people are jerkwads. We found that out over the last year.
Well, yes.
The original Dallas. You know what's crazy is I'd go to my grandma's, and like I'd spend the night at my grandma's on a Friday night, and that's what we watched was Dallas, because that's what she watched. Mobile Army Surgical Hospital is one of two big shows starring Alan Alda. I'm trying to think what's the other one, Jack? Because I'm trying to think. I don't know what the other one starring Alan Alda is. I remember watching The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody on Disney Channel as a kid. I don't know that I've ever watched. I've seen it, but
I've watched The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. It's okay, but Sweet Life on Deck is far, far, far superior to Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. I'm sorry, it just is. I really haven't, honestly, I didn't really watch many Disney Channel shows. I really didn't. I mean, I did, but not, tons. I had, 2 or 3 that I would, watch all the time, but that was it.
Yeah. What about roller derby? I'd watch some roller derby. No, I didn't watch a lot just because it was, on ESPN, and, trying to find it was impossible. Sometimes, just because it wasn't on consistently. I love roller derby and all its incarnations. Yeah, I mean, roller derby is pretty cool. The other is The West Wing. He was on The West Wing. I mean, I never watched The West Wing, but I didn't realize he was in The West Wing. The Nerve, a girl being into NHL, I think they were just jealous because I have a wicked slap shot and I could read. So Mrs. Gleen was sitting there reading a book and she had a hockey stick and just...
You mess with me?
Yeah. What's Happening TV show? What's Happening is another good one. Favorite show of all time is West Wing. Cool, Jack.
I don't know what my favorite TV show of all time is.
Family Matters. Family Matters is another good one.
That's really hard to pick a favorite TV show of all time.
Yeah.
Because there's so many good TV shows, I feel.
Yeah.
I'm I watch way too many.
Alan Alda had an incredible character on West Wing. Again, I never saw West Wing, so I that's one of the shows I never watched. Knight Rider. Knight Rider's another good one. Definitely. I was one I always watched. Kit, the old one. Because I think I've watched the new one once. But I like the old one. So that is definitely another good show. My favorite show is a tie. 6 Feet Under and Doctor Who. But yeah, both of those are good shows. Definitely. Both are interesting. A little bit different storylines. But definitely good. Mr. G, did you ever watch any of the old Dean Martin roasts when you went to your grandmother's house? Nope, my grandma wasn't into the Dean Martin thing, but my grandpa was. So, my grandma on my mom's side and then my grandpa on my dad's side would watch the Dean Martin stuff. So, yes, I did watch some of those. When I was in school, I had 2 then undiagnosed disabilities, and people just wrote me off as that odd kid and made me bullied and a loner. Sorry to hear that, Jack.
You've got us now.
That's right, Jack. You got us now. You don't have to feel like a loner anymore. 1982 Knight Rider. That is the one, James. That was I watched Knight Rider all the time. Alan Alda is season 6 to 7 of West Wing. Interesting. Now, if you'd asked me about favorite shows when I was a child, I would have said Chips and Emergency. There's another one or 2 that were good. Chips and Emergency. My 12-year-old will watch Emergency now. I remember watching Family Matters. Is that the one with Steve Urkel? Yes, Johnny Lee. That is the one with. Urkel is on Family Matters. Bullying is so damaging. Definitely. I Love Lucy. James, that's another good one. I Love Lucy is pretty good. I'd watch that too. And I've watched some of the old shows, recently. Thank you, Gleens. Hey, no problem, Jack. Jack, and how you feel? I was diagnosed with autism in middle school and high school, and I got bullied for it too. Yep, no reason to have that, Anthony. Man, shouldn't be happening at all. Hopefully, anybody that got bullied is you guys are doing good and you stay strong. Your 12-year-old is going to grow up and go to medical school. Mark my words. Get ready to cough up some money for her, Mr. G. No, I think that she needs to get enough scholarships so she can pay for it. I still watch Emergency on MeTV. Yep, James, I watch Emergency too. That's where my 12-year-old has watched it, is through MeTV. That's how she kind of got into it. I was 26 for when the first one was diagnosed, and 29 for the other. Interesting. Took him a while to diagnose. Mr. G, did you ever watch any of the old game shows when you were younger? Watched Pyramid. That was a $25,000 Pyramid, I think is what it's called. I think the name has changed now. I think it's like the $100,000. Maybe it was a $100,000 Pyramid, and now it's changed to something else. I don't know. The old Family Feuds. Watch those. Let's see what else. I think it was Card Sharks. I think that was one. Did I say The Price is Right?
I don't think so.
Price is Right. Watch that. So yes, I did watch some of the old game shows. Doogie Howser. Doogie Howser is another good one. From the 90s. 1968, Adam 12. Yep, there's another good one that's out there. Adam 12 is a good one. Definitely. That's what I prefer to watch, is the old shows, and not, because like I said, a lot of the newer stuff just doesn't.
It's not very good.
Doesn't do it for me.
It's not very good.
Mr. G, who is the host of Jeopardy, who recently passed away. The only guy that ever hosted Jeopardy, I believe, up until he passed away, Alex Trebek.
Yep.
I think he is the only guy in 30 years or 35 years of Jeopardy. He was the only one that had that hosted it until his death. Boy Meets World. Boy Meets World was pretty good. Doogie Howser's dad was in Star Trek 3. That's interesting. Jack said doggy. I didn't even read it right. Doggy Bowser's dad was in Star Trek 3. Oh, Jack, you killed me. Facts of Life. James, that's another good one. Another good one. Wheel of Fortune. Yes, I did watch that. I watched Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune was another one that I'd watched. Bonanza. That's how sometimes I get my 3-year-old to sleep. I do the Bonanza song. Yeah. Great. Now we're going to get a copy of Grace, right? 'Cause you just did the Bonanza song. Good job. Yeah, so I'm the old shows I'm into. I prefer those. Even the old shows before I was even born, I prefer watching those than the newer stuff, which is crazy. So I suppose we were gonna take off an hour ago, 30 minutes ago. Bowser's and Mario. Gunsmoke's another good one, James. Matt Dillon. How you doing, Clark? When did you have enough evil authority figures in wrestling? I did in 2006.
I like evil authority figures when they're done right. I thought 2014 they did like the whole like Seth Rollins evil authority situation thing. I thought that was really good. I don't know. I think there's a time and a place for them, but I don't know. Sometimes they like overdo them.
Yeah.
Like too much.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever really been tired of them.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Again, it's all a matter of opinion. I mean, it's one of those things that you sit here and you can talk about who you like, who you didn't like, what you didn't like, how, it's one of those. I think that a lot of people now are just impatient with things.
Yeah.
Gunsmoke. Oh, Lord. The Bonanza theme was his favorite lullaby when he was a tiny baby. James, get out of my head. See, Jack and James are things the same way. It's like Gunsmoke, Bonanza, all going on. We do know Mario. Definitely know Mario.
Yes.
Who takes Lacey Evans' start on Sunday? I think we see a woman get called up to the Nightmare. I'm going to say Charlotte. But there's going to be interference.
Probably.
Video games are big for me. Jack, video games are huge here. Clark, Stephanie McMahon fails at being a female version of her dad. I agree. But I don't know that she wants to be. I think that's one of those things. Mr. G, what was your opinion on William Regal Evil Authority figure when he was running Monday night after he won King of the Ring? Again, I think it's just, in my opinion, if things are done right, which I think was, the William Regal thing was done decently. As long as things are done right and there's good stories to go with it, I'm cool with anything. If there's no story to it, I don't care how good your character is. I don't care how good you are in the ring. Me personally, this is just me, because I have to have a storyline to go with whatever they're doing.
Yeah. And
if they don't do that, then I'm not into it. Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West is another good one. Especially, the Wild Wild West was kind of seeing into the future with all the little gadget things they had, which was cool. All right. I think we're going to take off for real this time. We'll be back Friday. I almost said Sunday. See, my days are messed up.
Friday.
We'll be back Friday with our SmackDown review and our Elimination Chamber predictions. Appreciate everybody stopping in. Thanks for hanging out.
See you Friday.
See you Friday. Weird Gamers, my kids all crowded around the TV this afternoon for the Nintendo Direct stream. Yes, they did. I saw a Family Feud compilation where the contestants give the funniest and dumbest answers, and there was one where Steve Harvey asked one of the contestants, name something that follows the word pork, and one of the contestants says, coupon. That's funny. Circling back, West Wing is why I did U.S. History. That's interesting, Jack. That is interesting. That helped you get that. We will see you guys. Friday comes before Sunday, Mr. G. Thank you, Mrs. Gleen. I just forgot that it came before. Didn't realize it. My father was big on the old westerns before he died. So was mine, James. My dad was huge on the old westerns. In fact, my dad had a lot of books that he read that were like old west type stuff. We'll see you later. Peace out, everybody.